Hello, everybody, and we are back. During the lunch break, we discovered that the bugs had basically moved in, and I have never seen, and maybe those of you who played Factorio longer than I have never seen a bug nest spawn just outside of laser range, but there you have it. They were encroaching. Oh, no, we have one down to the south, too. Fugi, look! Look down at soybean. Pretty sure we cleared that nest out.
Oh yeah, they're mad.
Do they do that when they're mad? They just like start forward spawning on you?
Pollution. So if you look at the pollution spread, right? The
I will in just a
it's
second.
it's very red around our base.
Mm-hmm.
And as it spreads out, it gets thinner until it goes away entirely. You're like, okay, well, if we're constantly producing pollution, why hasn't it taken over the whole map yet? It's because various things in the game absorb pollution to bring the levels back down.
Oh!
Trees, obviously, trees do that, which
Really?
is why you don't want to destroy nature willy-nilly. But also, the hives absorb pollution and then produce monsters from it.
They are literally... This is Nausicaa, the Valley of the Wind. No kidding. Wow, I had no idea.
So yeah.
The bugs are actually trying to save the world.
Yeah. When we expanded out there and started building things that pollute, we brought the pollution cloud to them, and that will cause them to spawn faster and faster and faster and bigger and bigger and bigger.
Well, that's horrifying. Why aren't these making... Oh, they are. Oh, we're still short batteries. Wait. How are you getting batteries? Oh. Yeah, we're out of batteries. Why are we out of batteries? We're out of batteries because we are out of copper. Right. Okay. It all comes full circle. It all comes full circle, Fugi. So I have a suggestion, but I need walls first. So let me go fix the north. I just want to protect that oil area just in case. I know we don't really need it, but I don't want to lose anything. And then I think, actually, Fugi, I'll just show you.
Yeah.
I think we can get an entire other row of copper here. I think we just have to move a couple things over, and then we can squeeze in.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I think we could really easily... It's not even a big refactor. Do you want to do that while I go defend the north?
Sure.
Or is there something else you'd rather work on?
No, I can handle that if you'd like.
Yeah, because as soon as we can get copper sort of scaled up a little bit more, hopefully that fixes our production issues for all the components we need to make the rocket go. I'm very excited. It's really quite something. Oh yeah, we have oil trains just sitting there full.
Yeah.
Waiting to get in. So yeah, we didn't need that other oil platform, and that feels pretty good. That feels pretty good. God, little Spidey, you're so cool. Hey, oh, Suffix. Wait, is Twitch chat working? Suffix, you're seriously the first message I've seen in chat in hours. In hours. We're back. Y'all are back. Oh, how I've missed you, Twitch chat. And I don't want to say that, like, I don't enjoy talking to Fugi, because I do. Obviously, I wouldn't be doing the show if I didn't. But
oh, so it's kind of working. Chat's like half working. That's good. That's good. I was just blown away by how broken the website gets when things go wrong. Very disappointed in my company right now. Tisk tisk.
Yeah, for y'all who didn't know. And you're like, wait a second, what is Fugi trying to say? Fugi is a Twitch employee.
Yeah.
And you know what, Fugi? Probably part of the reason why it's all falling apart is you're on vacation right now, right? Winky face.
Yeah, yeah. They just
It's like you can't take a day off or else it all goes to hell. Classic.
it fits. It fits perfectly.
The other row that we're suggesting?
Yeah. I just have to delete those two things, but fits perfect.
Speaking of fits perfectly. Oh, my pattern is not quite working there. There we go. Oh well. Yeah, welcome back, Twitch chat. God, I've missed you. How did you feel about James acting as your representative there? Was that good? Were you entertained? Very accurate, to be honest. Pog, 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 or whatever. Oops. Too many lights. Too many lights. We want to blind the bugs, not ourselves. James was too polite to be accurate? Yeah.
I've never expected to hear that.
Nah, this chat, this community's fantastic. Look, you're not the trogs. Well, some of you are trogs. Y'all are an absolute pleasure and a delight, and I'm lucky to have the community that I have. Oh, I made a giant wall, and I didn't really think of the fact that they could attack from the side. So, let's fix that. By going south. How many more guns do I have? I can do this 40 more times? Perfect. I love how somebody in chat suggested earlier. It's like, hey, Surge. Oh, wait. Oh, no, they're running out of battery. Oh, no, my little robos. What's wrong? Are you sick? Why are they moving so slow, Twitch chat? What's wrong with all my little robos?
They need electricity. If you keep outrunning them, they can't recharge.
Hop in, get in, please. They like need a second to dock, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, come children, feed. Yes, Fuji?
It's not
Yeah,
weird at all.
Uh-huh. Where are my power issues coming from here?
Okay, I'm a genius. Refuse to let anyone else tell me otherwise.
Perfect. Wait, no, remember the corner is always the weakest point. There. Now the corner is not weak. All right, so I dare them to try and attack Flavor Town again. My poor drones. Get in. Get in, you fools. What up, everybody? Yo, basically suffix. I am loving the almost like they are billions aspect of this game. Yes. What are you up to, Fuji?
Just finishing up the copper stuff.
Protecting such a huge area? Yeah. I didn't want them to come and attack me. And I just kept making... Look, they gave me... God gave me access to a copy-paste tool, and Lord knows I'm going to use it, all right? They are billions on this skill would be really cool. I think after we're done this playthrough, I might have to go back and play some more They Are Billions, because I am getting a bit of an itch. I'd love to beat it on max difficulty, so I'll see if I can't pull that off. Have I repaired our spaceship? We're making a new rocket. Actually, that's interesting. I didn't try simply... Why didn't we simply make a repair kit on our crashed spaceship, Fuji? Why all of this? If the repair kit is as good as people have told me, I'm confused. All right, how are we looking here? 87%. Now we're short on rocket fuel. That's exciting. All right, so we've added... Ooh. Oh, you blew up the cliffs.
Oh, was I not supposed to?
It's fine.
Instructions unclear. Did not say don't blow up cliffs.
Why aren't they working? Oh, because it's full. Oh, it's totally flush.
Yeah, let's just
I know what you're gonna do. Yes, tier 3. Yes, Fuji. I can do this too. Oops, crap, what did I click on? Yes. Wait, yes, it does want to be upgraded. Look at it go. It's beautiful. All right, so everything should be producing now. Why weren't we getting more rocket fuel? Were we requesting rocket fuel anywhere else? Yeah, I guess the trains are getting rocket fuel. Is that bad? No, it's fine. Should we make more Fuji?
or what?
More rocket fuel.
Are we limited by it?
That seems to be the new thing that we're short on. Yes, is rocket fuel. We're at 90% of rocket launch. %. Oh my goodness. I'm very, very, very excited. What if I just did this? What if I just had our precious little robots take care of it for me? Go, my children. I think our robots are all busy. I think we've queued up so many things. Look at them all flying around. Yeah, as soon as we got lazy, as soon as I got lazy and I started telling the drones to just fly around everywhere, I feel as though we have a higher demand for drones than ever. Hey, Triple, thank you for 13 months. Praise the precious robo children, right? Enable bots in the overhead map. How do I do that? So I hit map. And then I hit... Nope. Oh! Oh, look at them! Look at our little hive. Well, that's not nearly as chaotic as I thought it was going to be. We have like 1,000 robots, and we have, what, dozens flying around there? All right, that's fine.
Okay.
All right, so we needed copper to be getting up to here, and that looks like that is now done. So that's good.
Okay, so we do need more rocket fuel. Okay.
It's okay, I added one more.
Interesting.
Look, I'm doing the thing that Fugi used to do. I'm remote control building things in an area that I am not. I don't know if we have substations in the...
We sure don't. But that's okay. I am here.
I've heard endgame is you actually replace belts with bots because bots get higher capacity as many power sources with solar because it's kinder to the CPU. Wait, interesting. Oh, replace your power sources with solar. Replace your conveyor belts with bots. Yeah, I don't know if we're ever going to go that scale, right? Like, I feel what we're going for here is the rational conclusion for a first-time player playing vanilla, which is you identify a problem and you scale up your base until you get there, and the biggest problem being there are bugs trying to kill me. I want to go home. 95? Hey, what's up, anthropologist at home? Right, you changed your name. And I am aware of the fact that there is like space and stuff after that. But again, when you try and tell a story in a game, I think narratively at this point, firing the rocket and saying that, you know, Fugi, Lil Spidey, and we get on a rocket and we fly home sounds basically just right. Right? Little Spidey can fold their legs up and they're going to join us. Further adventures and sequels? Heck yeah. Fugi, your information, your knowledge bomb, that they will, like that they will lay a new nest directly outside of one of your bases and start absorbing pollution is terrifying, to be honest.
You're welcome.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. Yeah, that is not nearly enough guns. Now that I know how much larger and angrier they can get, let's put some more guns down here. I was so naive. I was so naive back then. Oh, I'm a fool. There we go. Yeah, we never got into... So things that I'm aware of that we didn't touch this playthrough. One is artillery. Two, I never really got into personal attack drones. Like, I haven't turned myself into a walking agent of bug death. What else in the tech tree did we not really touch? That was kind of neat. I don't know. This layout's really tough. Is there a way that I can zoom further out to see kind of what I've missed here?
really know one. Like,
Never did flamethrowers. Did we launch the rocket? Soon, James, soon. 98%? Looks a bit like your first dungeon creeper with fully upgraded imps. They teleported around and did things very fast. Yeah. See, I knew they were coming. I knew they were coming. $99. Oh my goodness, I'm so thrilled. So this process to load the rocket is also really interesting. Oh! Hello?
oh, is it time? On my way.
Fugi!
Um, do you have any spare fish on you?
Hold on, I put some fish in the shame box. Give me a second here. Oh god. Oh! Yeah, what up, dog? I got 9 fish.
You should put a fish in the rocket inventory.
Is it so long and thanks for all the fish? Are we done? Is this going to be the end of the game? We just click on this and we rocket away.
Yep. We can keep playing afterwards, but you've beaten the game when you launch the rocket.
Should we take a very brief little Spidey victory tour? Because I can't help but notice that we have 800 rockets.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, hop in, and let's do a little bit of a retro. Let's talk about our experience in playing this game, and then we'll slam that button and we'll call it the end. Okay, let's turn this off. Which way should we go? Which way should we clear? Let's do a little victory lap around Margaritaville and clear a couple things out. So this was my first ever playthrough of Factorio. How did I do?
I think you did really well. You picked up on all of the concepts very quickly. I think we had to rush through some parts of the game for the stream aspect. So I
Sure.
think there's more things to enjoy in the future. But overall, I think you've probably experienced at least like 80% of the game at this point.
You're on rocket duty, by the way. I know a lot of people ask this, and you've sort of like privately shared your thoughts when I wasn't around. How much did you have to change how you normally play the game for this playthrough? Like, what sort of things would you have rushed or build order?
Um, it's hard for me to remember the first time I played the game. So I don't know how different your play was than the first time I played. Notably, the first time I played this game was with a group of like 10 coworkers.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I kind of got power leveled through the game.
Sure. Okay.
Um,
Yeah,
and
because
I
like
think
we went really fast with 2 people. I can only imagine with 10 people, especially if you had any sort of coordination on what people would work on, things would get much bigger, much faster. Because one person could spend hours just working on iron production. That could be their pet project, and then you
Yeah.
never have to worry about it ever again, right?
Yeah, so I think rather than saying like me versus you, I think the more apt comparison would be how do you play Factorio on your first playthrough versus subsequent playthroughs? I think the
Ah,
big difference there is that you sort of have an idea for the scaling problems and the
sure.
tech tree that comes up. So when I play Factorio, um, like my smelting areas, I tend to like put off to the side and make much bigger much earlier.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Um,
immediately saw that, and I realized as well That was a big tech debt issue we had. That was going to
Yeah.
involve, if we wanted to scale that up, probably a new base. Like we're
Yeah,
hitting the
and
point now that I think a lot of the problems that we'd want to solve would just involve taking what we have and building fresh somewhere new, right?
yeah, and I think my the playstyle that I really enjoy, we never really got to needing that what I do, which is like
Mega
put
factories.
everything on trains. Put
Oh,
everything on trains. Um,
interesting.
you uh, put copper and iron plate on trains, put plastic on trains, put everything on trains, uh like ship it all out. Like if you need green circuits, you build train stops that take the inputs. You build the green circuits, you put the green circuits on a train. You need red
Huh.
circuits, you take the green circuits from a train, the other things from a train, put red circuits on a train. Uh,
And that's
and
efficient or that's
so
just sweet?
both.
All right.
Um the nice like people were talking a lot about like why aren't you building a bus? Why aren't you building a bus? And I
Right.
can show
Great.
you what a bus looks like
Great question.
later.
I would love to know what a bus is because a lot of people are like, make a bus. And
Uh
can I take a
pull
guess?
Spidey over here.
My
Yeah.
guess for a bus is you take a bunch of different outputs and you point them all into one place. So suddenly you're like, okay, we've collected all the resources here and then just like centralize that and then branch off it as opposed
Mhm.
to sort of these weird like nesting dependencies that we've done of like a little bit and then a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little similar to Factorio. If you want to pull Spidey over and hop out, so like a bus in very basically just kind of looks like this, right? Like it's four four lanes, two gap, four lanes, two gap, over and over and over again. And you just put whatever you want on here, right? You could be like, oh, these four lanes are copper and these four are iron and this one is steel and this one is green circuits. And you just peel things off of the bus with splitters, um, and then like rebalance your lanes and be like, okay, well, this is going to make green circuits. And then the green circuits will come in and
Like go
hop
under and back in.
over
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
to get onto your bus.
Huh.
Um,
Well, we kind of organically wound up with that in a couple of places then, right?
yeah, but like we had like bus aspects. The idea behind the bus is that you just have one of these for your whole base. You just have one big thing of conveyor belts going all the way down, and everything's interacting with it. And I really dislike them. Um,
Hmm.
I think it's really complicated and not that efficient, and I don't like the look of them. I don't like interacting with them. I like the train aspect a lot more because I find it more fun to interact with and easier to reason about. Because in the train aspect, you're just you get your inputs, you make things, put it on a train, and the train network just kind of deals with load balancing everything for you.
All right, hop in. Neat. Okay. Very neat. So we're not too far off it. Yeah, now that I know what it is, I don't think I'd make that any either. That's just not quite the way I'd want to solve a problem. I think I'd give myself a little
Yeah.
bit more space, but like I do kind of enjoy how we solve problems. I think I'd want to go
Mhm.
even bigger, but that might be the sort of realization. This is something that's recently occurred to me in Minecraft as well, is it is, especially in the early game when you have a lot of scarcity, it's very difficult to right from the start plan for endgame. And I
Yeah.
think understanding, accepting that and being like, okay, here's my starter base. Once I hit point X, I can probably safely rebuild everything better, and that'll be my forever base.
Yeah, in Factorio, I believe that point is commonly marked by when you unlock robots.
Oh,
Because once you unlock the robots, you now have the ability to copy paste and make very clean modular designs that are repeatable. And so I find that's a good kind of stepping point of like, okay, I do whatever I want, make my spaghetti base, and then once I have robots, I just move out. I move out, I make new bases.
Funny, I thought you were going to say something like oil was that point, right? Because it's such a pain to set up your first oil refinery that I can't imagine you'd want to move it. But it makes way more sense. Yeah, robots just makes building at scale and copy pasting so much easier. And you're right, there it definitely feels like we hit new game plus or something like that at that point, right? We got the ability to start just printing out things, and our ability to scale just multiplied.
Yeah.
All right, where else do we want to do for our final literal victory lap of our base and all the places we've designed in Little Spidey here? It felt like you were playing modded Minecraft from plain vanilla. Sure. A lot of it is iteration, but there are achievements to aim for and mods to try out. Yeah, that's fair too. All right, hold on. We're here. This area is quite safe. This area is quite safe. Let's head south of Small Disturbed Child. We'll keep chatting. Any questions you had, chat? I'm very curious to see how it goes. This is like a great little chance to have like a full retro while also exploring the game before we hit the I win button. You don't know how that chat's working?
Yeah, one talking about changing playstyle, one thing I will mention is that it took us a very long time to automate production of base resources like conveyor belts and inserters. Normally I rush those first.
Oh, I imagine. Yeah, like my
But
progression of the skill tree, of the science tree, was not optimal at all. And one issue, I guess we could say, especially for my first playthrough, is I never really felt like I knew where we were going. Like I had a plan. I mean, that's not entirely true. It was like we got a type of science, we maxed out that science, we hit a wall, and we unlocked everything else. But everything that existed sort of between those points, right? Like, I couldn't tell you what we unlocked at the end of red, green science before we unlocked blue and silver, right? Like, no idea. Absolutely no idea. A couple other questions. Let me scroll back up. On a scale of 1 to Desert Bus, how much fun did we have? I had a really good time. I honestly had a really, really good time. Desert Bus is a weird thing to say. Desert Bus isn't like the peak fun moment I have in a year because it's exhausting. But, you know, it is a good time. I don't know if I'd play this again single player. I think this is really interesting as a multiplayer experience because there's so much to do, even once you get robots, that being able to divide up tasks and not have to solve every problem yourself is very rewarding. It also feels really good, too, to be able to be like, hey, you know that problem we were having? I solved that. And they're like, cool. Well, while you were solving that, I solved this other problem. You're like, cool. High five. And then you high five each other and you move on with your life, right?
yeah, I don't think I've ever played Factorio single player actually.
Yeah, and if I did want to check out modded, I don't know. We'll see. I took a very long time going from like vanilla Minecraft to modded Minecraft on my own. Like, don't get me wrong, playing 9 o'clock with James changed that order quite a bit. But like, do you think there's a chance we could meet a behemoth nest if we went far enough out before we ended the game?
I forget if they get bigger the further out you get.
Let's find out.
I know the bases get bigger, but I don't know if the enemies
Evolution
in the
gets bigger?
bases do.
Let's walk away for a second and
Okay.
check that out. Have I considered using software like Jira for handling tasks in Factorio to play synchronously? Oh, that's hilarious. Like, actually breaking out project management software. I don't know if I mean, I can see where you're coming from of wanting to play a multiplayer game asynchronously, but I figure if you're playing with like 2 to 4 people, you probably wouldn't need to do that. You could probably just solve it. And at the point where you're playing with enough people that you need project management software, I think you have a different problem. I don't know how else to put that, right?
Yeah, like I said, I've played this game with coworkers where we had like 12 people or so on a single map. Like
Yeah.
my whole software engineering team would play together. Um, and obviously not all 12 at the same time. And so there was some like communication in Slack being like, hey,
Yeah,
just
I would
logged
just
on for
use
a couple
Slack or Discord.
hours,
Exactly. Yeah.
built a new iron mine, iron's looking good, that sort of thing, but not like we didn't have like a Trello or anything being like, hey, we need this.
All right. So we're finding larger nests, but we haven't found behemoth scale monsters yet. Interesting. You have to shut down your Jira in the next couple months. Do you have a private Jira that you're doing with friends or something?
For friends.
Look. I not necessarily like this is how you hang out and you plan your dinner parties, but like, come on.
No, but like it was just a funny mental image of
What do you do on the
like what if
weekend?
you did that?
Optimizing my Jira board, gamers. All right, let's head up to the right. Maybe we'll start heading back. We'll head back and we'll launch our rocket. And we'll wish Factorio Happy New Year as well. Oh, is that a big one? No, that's not. That's just a large one, eh? All right. We are making them angry. How big is a behemoth?
They're green and physically they're not a huge deal bigger,
Okay.
but they are so much more aggressive and herdy.
This is a big area of water between us. They are more aggressive. Writes down aggressive and herdy. Check.
Chat really wants to know the evolution factor. It's
Okay.
like
You want to missiles?
0.85.
Fire the missiles. Yes, Fugi. We have 800 missiles on our victory lap here. Don't be stingy. There you go. There you go. Go, little Spidey. Unleash your vengeance. This is for Tanky. This is for little Tanky 1 and 2. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, if we play this again, there are a number of things we could do, but one thing I definitely would like you to enjoy in the future that I think you missed are artillery and atomic bombs, which are pretty fun.
I imagine if we did do like a super hostile map or whatever it's called in this game,
Mm-hmm.
that we'd have to look into more drastic military solutions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't create a moat, unfortunately, no. Because bugs can't cross it, and I don't want to think of flying bugs or water striders, I think is fair. Your experience in life isn't complete until you have an atomic bomb. Look, I've been playing Civilization games since like the early 90s. I've launched plenty of nuclear missiles. Thank you very much. What happened over here? Hold on. What is this? Oh, there's worms in the copper. Copper worms. Fascinating. Yeah, and we'll do a little go over of our base and everything to sort of end this. I do really like the defensive perimeters I started setting up in places.
Yeah, they're really nice.
I thought.
I appreciate your artistic use of lighting as well.
Thank you. I didn't get it everywhere, but yeah, I didn't want to turn on night vision. I just liked the light. I thought it was good. Content, right? Oh wait, hold on. Speaking of content, go. Take us home. Yeah. I think the moment I was sort of most stoked for, and this was challenging, but was figuring out nuclear power. And I realize it's not optimal, and I realize we're not refining anything either, but just like the fact that I just kind of brute forced it and I made nuclear power work was a big moment for me. Wait, why is it not working? Oh God.
Yeah, you did it all on your own too.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, nuclear power and like the oil handling were the times where I'm like, I was pretty impressed. Where you just kind of went over there and you figured it out. And those are some of the more challenging parts to plan for.
I was struggling, but then again, we're also about 7 hours into the day when I was trying to figure out the layout for the nuclear reactor
Yeah.
here. I was just like, you're like, here's the ratio. And I'm sitting there being like, but where do I plug it in? You're like, Serge, that doesn't matter. But there's some weird times. I found it a couple of times where I had a problem that I needed to solve. And there were so many moving parts, I didn't know where to start.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, hilariously, another example of that was, where was it? When we were trying to solve, when we were trying to solve for purple power, and I was like, I need an area for green microchips, but I don't have enough room. And you just came in and paved over the lake, and then all of a sudden it worked.
Yeah, I think that's one benefit I have with my software engineer brain is I spend all of my day every day breaking problems into smaller problems, and that's very helpful here. That and the willingness to do just about anything to make it work.
Another software developer thing there. Yeah. I mean, look, I worked in software for a while too. I worked as a project manager. It was literally my job. That doesn't have power. It was literally my job to help people break problems into other smaller problems.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's not as if I'm incapable of that. It just, yeah.
I think for nuclear power it was just you'd been going for some hours, honestly.
Yeah, like in a working environment, I'd get up and I'd walk outside. And I would just be like, okay, no, I'm going to have a coffee. I'm going to change my perspective. It's different when you're streaming. It's definitely different when you're streaming because you don't get the same luxury of taking breaks when you're streaming as you do in a real life environment, which is just what it is. But yeah. So this is our nuclear area. All right, we're going to hit this button pretty quick here. Final questions, chat. What do you want to see? What do you want to see? What do you want to know before we wrap up Factorio? Let's do some highlights. Here's Fuji's train yard for oil. This area is really cool. As expected of Surge, this is uncommonly orderly for a recent new player. I mean, I'm not new to this genre. I definitely had experience playing Satisfactory before this. And I also just like nice, clean, straight lines. Yeah, but like you see my red circuit area versus Fuji's, right? Like Fuji had it solved of being able to make base components and just feed them right into each other. My brain does like, this doesn't make sense to me. I would never make this. Oh, we're super far away from a nuclear bomb. That would involve a whole new tech thing. I think our send-off, if we're going to fire a missile, we're going to fire the missile that we're in. Bit of rail spaghetti? I don't think this is rail spaghetti. I think this is actually very pretty. Definitely walk away and go sit on your couch with a notebook to brainstorm. Sometimes you're playing Factorio. Fully engages a technical engineering brain. Yeah. I guess my biggest critique of this game, and this maybe isn't a critique of the game, but just something that I found less fun, and that's fair to say as well, is you never really get a built-in palette cleanser like Satisfactory had. So Satisfactory is always like, okay, go explore. Deliberately go see the rest of the world, find new recipes. That's going to change your build order, and anytime, and also the way it wanted you to solve problems involved accumulating like huge amounts of resources that were going to take a while. So it wanted you to walk away for 30 minutes to an hour and go and explore the world and then come back and everything would be done. And this game doesn't really have it.
Yeah, now that you bring it up, Satisfactory had built-in timers into the game where it was like, you can't do this for another 5 to 15 minutes. Like, it's not about production capacity. It's just a hard timer in the game
Yeah.
saying come back later. Whereas Factorio, everything that you have to wait for is based on your ability to produce other items, and you can speed everything up. So there's always something to be doing or improving. There's no rest.
Yeah, and that was a little tough on my brain.
hmm
Oh, Joe brought me coffee.
I think for me personally, I actually enjoy that aspect as like for a game that I play on my own, and I'm allowed to stop playing. I enjoy the fact that the game is like, if I want this experience, I boot up the game, I play it for as long as I'm having fun, I shut it down. Rather than like, whereas Satisfactory, it's like, I know you enjoyed it, and and I believe I had told you privately, I'm like, I don't really care about the exploration. I'm just here for
Yeah.
the fun building aspects. Um, like there are games that try to do multiple things, and sometimes that works, and sometimes I bounce off that style of game because I'm like, I like half this game and I don't want the other half.
Sure.
Um,
I think my frustration was I very rarely felt like I got to savor in a victory.
mm,
Other than, I mean, also because most of our victories we ended the stream,
yeah, yeah.
right? Like we'd hit a major milestone and be like, great, show's done, bye. But like, because our major milestones were unlocking blue science and gray science,
hmm
but the goalposts always move. Like they're always moving. And like you said, they could always be further optimized. They could always be further tweaked, such that I never really got to feel like, yeah, I did this thing. That's awesome. All right, let's go. Let's reward ourselves with X or Y. Like that just never happened, right? It was all right, what's the next thing? All right, what's the next thing? Oh no, we're out of Y. All right, scale this up. Okay. And then, we'd fix a problem. We'd add more iron, but we didn't add more iron because that would be good. We added more iron because we were desperately out. And as soon as we fixed that iron thing, that meant we unblocked ourselves from the previous problem, right? Like,
Yeah, I'm curious if part of that is just an issue of like the streaming aspect of it, where
oh,
it's like you're
probably.
on a time schedule and you need to hit these milestones by a specific time or it's going to mess up the stream. Whereas like when I play with my friends, we're like, all right, we need to get gray science eventually. It's the next big thing. But let's
Let's
spend
put that
4
off.
hours
Yeah, yeah,
doing whatever.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can sit there and you could spend, 2 full playthroughs just on copper and iron scaling, right?
Like this part is actually one of my favorite parts of the game where you're hanging out and you just watch your factory go. Like look at all the bots flying around, look at everything going on the lines. It's cool. We built this.
We built this. We did build this. All right, my friend. All right, little Spidey. One last command.
Oh yeah, some of my friends do like art with lights.
Oh.
With the lamps, you can wire them up and give them different colors and animate them.
What? Oh my God. Oh no. Maybe a goal for another time. All right. So do we like? Wait, where am I? I'm right there.
You're by the
Do we
Spidey.
get in the missile, like the rocket? What do we do
Uh,
here?
no,
Wait, you
there
don't
you
even
go.
get in it?
Um, I mean, we can act like we're getting in it. We can be like, ah,
All right, Fugi. Enter the
I'm
record,
in the record.
or enter that. Quick, hit play on David Bowie.
I can do that.
All right, we have a fish in the rocket inventory. So long, Factorio. Thanks for all the fish. Smoke me a kipper. I'll be back for breakfast. Huh. Playtime 35 hours. Oh, maybe we become Factorio speedrunners.
Put it on speedruns.com. Lock it. 36 hours.
Heck yeah. Wait. Kills 2 characters? Oh, I guess that was running each other over with tanks and stuff, eh?
Yeah. I think, yeah, we share these stats, I believe. So this is between me and you, we killed 2 characters.
Yeah, I ran you over with a train once. Where was the other death? Oh, you ran. Wait,
tank.
I ran you over with a tank. You ran me over with a train.
Did I run you over with the train?
Where's the other death?
Or did you just happen to get hit by a train?
Were you in the train at the time? I don't know where that other death came from. James says speed record for this game is 1 hour and 38 minutes. So we got some room to improve is what you're telling us. Oh, I ran myself over with a train. Right. Right. I jumped out of a train that I was moving, but I got out on the wrong side and I tried to jump across the rail and I got run over in the middle sections. Right. So I killed 2 people by piloting vehicles, one of whom was myself. Amazing. I remember now.
All right.
Fugi,
Saving
this has
Matt.
been fantastic. Thank you very, very much for joining me for this. This has been, yes, an absolute pleasure.
Yeah, this was a blast. I enjoyed every minute of it. I would definitely be down for revisiting this sometime in the future. But
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. All right, let's call it there. Bye, friends.